Your dog used to look at you differently. Not just a glance, but a quiet, steady connection. The kind that felt like they were actually seeing you. And now, they don't. They look away. They break eye contact. Sometimes, they won't even meet your eyes at all. Most people think this is nothing, but it isn't. Because when your dog stops looking into your eyes, something emotional has already changed. And what it means goes deeper than you think. At first, it feels small. You call them, and instead of locking eyes like they used to, they glance, then look away. Or you sit next to them, waiting for that familiar connection, but their attention drifts somewhere else. You tell yourself they're just distracted. But here's what most people don't realize. Eye contact for your dog is not casual, it's emotional. When your dog looks into your eyes, their brain releases bonding hormones, the same kind connected to trust, safety, and attachment. It's their way of saying, without words, I feel close to you. So when that disappears, it's not random. Something in that emotional rhythm has shifted. But that's not the real reason. Because sometimes your dog still loves you just as much, and still avoids your eyes. And this is where it becomes more complicated. Dogs don't only use eye contact for connection. They also use it for reassurance. When your dog feels secure, they hold your gaze longer. But when something feels off, even slightly, they start to hesitate. Not because they don't care, but because they're unsure. Maybe your tone has changed. Maybe your attention has been somewhere else. Maybe your routine feels different in ways you haven't noticed. To you, it's small. To them, it's everything. And instead of confronting that feeling, they quietly look away. And here's where it becomes more emotional. Sometimes your dog avoids eye contact, not because they feel distant, but because they feel replaced. It doesn't have to be something big. It could be your phone, your work, another person, even subtle changes in how often you interact with them. Dogs are deeply sensitive to attention. Not just physical presence, but emotional presence. They notice when your focus shifts, and when it does, they don't compete the way humans do. They withdraw. They soften their behavior. They stop asking for connection the same way, and eye contact slowly fades, because in their mind, something has already changed. Most people completely miss this. They think their dog is just being calm or independent. But your dog isn't becoming distant. They're adapting. They're adjusting to what they think you want now. If you've been less engaged, less responsive, less emotionally present, your dog feels it. And instead of pushing closer, they step back. Not out of pride, but out of loyalty, because to your dog, your emotional state matters more than their own needs. So they silence small parts of themselves, including that deep, steady gaze they once gave you so freely. But there's another layer most people never see, and it's harder to notice. Sometimes your dog avoids eye contact because they feel unsure about you. Not scared, not threatened, just uncertain. Dogs read your face constantly. Your micro-reactions. Your energy. And when those signals become inconsistent, it creates confusion. One day you're warm and engaged. The next, distracted or distant. To you, it's just life. To your dog, it's mixed signals. And when they don't know what to expect, they stop seeking eye contact as much. Because eye contact requires trust, and trust needs consistency. Without it, they hesitate. And then, there's the part most people don't want to hear. Sometimes your dog avoids your eyes because they feel emotionally overwhelmed, not by fear, but by attachment. Dogs form incredibly deep emotional bonds, stronger than most people realize. And when that bond feels unstable, even slightly, it can create internal stress. So instead of leaning into connection, they pull back from it. They break eye contact faster. They disengage sooner. Not because they don't love you, but because that love feels uncertain in that moment, and they don't know how to process it. And here's the part that matters most. If your dog used to hold eye contact with you, and now they don't, it's not just a behavior change. It's a signal. A quiet one. Easy to ignore, but meaningful. Because your dog isn't trying to disconnect from you. They're responding to something they feel. Something subtle. Something emotional. Something in the bond that has shifted, even slightly. But this doesn't mean it's broken. It means your dog is waiting. Waiting for that feeling to return. For the version of you they felt completely connected to. And the moment they feel that safety again, you'll see it. That eye contact will come back. Slowly, softly, like nothing ever changed. Because to your dog, eye contact was never just a look. It was trust. It was connection. It was a silent way of saying, "You are my person." And when that disappears, it's not something to ignore. It's something to understand. Because your dog isn't just reacting to what you do. They're responding to how you make them feel. And to them, you're not just part of their life. You are their whole world.